So why do you spend so much time at Resorts World? Do you like what they're doing?
Well, it's not that I spend a lot of time there. I was a big fan of Resorts World 2 years ago. And then I spent some time there, and then I dealt with the
question. When you say you're a big fan, is that as a customer or as a content creator? Because you gamble, right? You're still gambling.
I was a fan as a customer, and then I started interfacing with them as a player.
Yeah.
And then I saw how dry they were and how non-giving they were and how tight they were. And then I watched the casino wither away. And then I got the financials by going deep into – if you go into Berhard Genting, you can extrapolate out their North American data. And then I saw that they're doing the exact same thing that they're doing in the Catskills, they're doing in Las Vegas. And then I saw that they only have $200 million a year in cash flow. And then I saw the only reason that property is surviving is because they got a $3 billion check from the parent company. So they only owe $1.3 billion on that property. If they owed what the Fontainebleau owes...
Is that public information?
Of course, it's all public information.
Okay.
Every time I publish numbers like that, it's public information. So they have $200 million a year in cash flow, and they're making a tremendous mistake over there in their lack of creativity. And it's a funny story because I kept criticizing the person who designed that place. I kept criticizing him. And then I found out he's a friend of a friend. So now it's, once again, I put my big shoe in my mouth.
Pauly, if you don't have your phone, you're not creating any content, which I'm sure you're doing all the time.
All the time.
Where would you go to play? If you just wanted to sit down for an evening and play, no content, you just want to go out and have a great night.
If I want to play and I'm really feeling it, if I'm near the plaza, I'll definitely play 10 times odds craps here. I won $500 the other morning. We have a funny event, Jonathan and I. He said, you could play live here. Fantastic. I come here. I love this story, Jonathan. This is a great story. In fact, I wanted to lose at the end because I wanted to complete the cycle.
Right.
I bought in for $5,000. A true story. This is actually on video on YouTube. It's documented. I bought in for $5,000. I had 23 numbers set up and 7 out. The odds against it, I knew the odds in my head were about 200,000 to 1 because I was overestimating one digit. It's 159,300 to 1. So Jonathan and I, our first venture in playing together live, where he gave me permission, I set it up. I set up 23 numbers on the craps table and lost all 23 numbers. A 1 in 159,300 event. And I'm proud of it.
And he lost $5,000.
And I lost $5,000 in 15 minutes.
and
then I left.
It's a true story.
It's a true story.
I wasn't here, but
you have to laugh at it.
There's a video, and I got a report from the table games. Like, hey, your friend's gone already. I was like, okay, that was quick. I didn't know exactly what had happened.
Is that great?
But you play on the Strip.
I do play on the Strip. When I need to get back to where I need to be right now, I'll play $1,000 on craps. My guilty pleasure is crapless craps, even though I know it's 5% for the house on the bets, exclusive of the odds. But to be honest with you, the social media does so much for me. It's almost a substitute.
You don't need
it's a substitute for gambling.
So of your genres, obviously business is a big part of it. Vegas generally, it seems like you're doing a lot more in the nightclubs. Is it just because these guys are reaching out to you?
Yes.
And don't you feel a bit weird walking around just taking videos on your own in the nightclub with the host? What's the...
Okay, so all of the nightclub promoters are reaching out to me. Forget about feeling weird. I'm 60 years old. I'm going to be 60 years old.
Well, I didn't want to say that.
The reason I'm not taking any videos of young girls, I'm actually in a relationship with a young girl.
I didn't mean
I'm good
that.
like
yeah,
that.
Okay.
You met her on New Year's.
Yes.
And for me, Mahi is, oh my God, this is my girlfriend? I can't even... And of course, everybody abuses me on social media, says, how much is she being paid?
Yeah.
Where did you find her? I feel uncomfortable, definitely. And that's why I never went to nightclubs my entire life. I didn't go to nightclubs when I was young because I'm awkward and a nerd. And I don't go to nightclubs now because I'm an old...
I love watching you walking into the DJ tables. The
God.
tables are behind the DJ booth. I see you standing there. There's no one there.
They don't seem to have a problem with it. But I mean, I'm standing in front of 4,000 kids and they're looking at the chain smokers and a zombie, right?
Yeah.
So the kids are going, who's the zombie up there?
Yeah.
And I know they are.
Yeah.
But what am I supposed to do? What would you do if you were me?
I
What would you
pretend
do?
you're Bruce Willis.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right.